Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Hong Kong. Good morning. Good morning. Hi, Serene. Hi, Regina. Good morning, Nina. Hi, Neely. Good morning, Neely. Morning, Oscar. Good morning, Agnes. Good morning, O. Good morning, Thailand. Morning, Dada. Yo, Matt. Hello. Good morning, Matt. Good to see you, buddy. Good to see your name. Hi, Diana. Hi, June. Hi, Blory. Hi, Bhavna. Namaste. Good morning, Jenny. Good morning, Lizzie. Caroline. Victoria. Marcia. Good morning, Marcia. Good morning, Lisa. Good morning, Lisa. Morning, Suling and Pei. Singapore. Morning, Soso. I emailed you, Soso. 4:30 a.m. Neely, you're crazy. But I'm glad you're here. Jonathan Boyd. Morning, buddy. Morning from Victoria. Awesome. Good morning. Morning, Marcia. Morning, Myrna. Victor. Buenos dias, Myrna. Buenos dias. Good morning, Suzanne. Good morning. Okay, awesome. Hi, Tanya. Good morning, Tanya. Good morning, Singapore. Morning, Brandy. Morning, Gili Islands. Morning, Shanghai. Morning, Jessica. Hi, Carly. West Coast or East Coast, US. Woo. Hi, Jackie. Morning. Morning, Jay. Okay, hi, Linda. Hi, Allie. I'm really going through it. Okay. Morning, Ken. Okay, so there were some problems with the Wi-Fi yesterday. So it seems strong today. It seems okay today. I will, as soon as, if there's any kind of distorted Wi-Fi thing, you tell me on the comments and I'll move immediately. Okay? Hi, Seoul, Korea. Good morning, Liz. Okay, great. There we are. Good morning, Korea. Yes, Goni, there you are. Good morning. Good morning, Jenna. Good morning, Angela. I'm just going to keep going for a minute. Good morning, Samrat. Good morning, Samrat. All right, brother. Morning, Pauline. Morning, Hani. Raul. Morning, Raul. Hi, Melody. Hi, Dora. Hi, Sweden in HK. Good morning, Felina. Okay. Okay, so these talks we are covering, basically I'm covering any ideas that have helped me shape my path in yoga over the years. And we've discussed many things, including daily rituals, daily practices, daily routines. And I wanted to go back to that for a minute because many of you have been writing into me and I've been having some conversations about that. The subject I want to introduce today in relationship to that is doubt. Doubt. And how doubt factors into everything we do. And morning, Creel. Morning, Creel. Doubt factors into everything we do. And so for the experience that I have had with creating a path for life and creating a path of yoga, and how doubt has played on that, I just wanted to share a few thoughts. Yoga, because it is unguarded, meaning it is a personal journey that we take, we make choices, and we follow or not follow, and we change things and not change things. And And so because of that, yoga is so powerful in its reflection upon our capacity to commit to things. Because like no one's checking. And hi Nav. And so because it is self-directed, yoga is self-directed. Like there's no yoga Olympics, or there's no, I mean, maybe there is, I don't know. But because it's self-directed, we are the ones that check ourselves. And because of that, it can become very like filled with doubt over time. And doubt, as an example, it's like you take something up that you think is good, such as going to yoga practice. And you go for a while, and things change in the beginning, and you get better. And then there's a time when you stop getting better, and you're still going, but nothing's really happening, or the same successes you had earlier are not happening anymore. And then what happens is we start to question ourselves. We question, like, is it worth doing? And often we will look for something else, and we will change course. We will change things because we're looking for measurable progress and success. And if it doesn't show up, then we change. We think it's not working. Now that you could relate that to anything that we do. Currently, I am finding that same experience in my mind when I'm reading books, such as I'll begin a book, and within the first 50 pages or 30 pages, if it doesn't catch me, I used to put it down and go to another book. I would be like, yeah, this isn't the first chapter, or the title was good, and then it didn't get anywhere, and I just put it down. And so I would go to another book, and what I find when I look back on my history of reading is I have a shit ton of 8th read books, tons of 8th read books. And so I turned to doing like reading articles. I went online and started reading articles. And for years, I read tons of articles, letters, articles, essays. And good morning from Chennai. Nora. Hi, Nora. Hi, Mike Denny, Ottawa. So this change in my routine in this past year, or just, over a year, where I got much more committed to reading books, getting back into reading books, I started to notice the same process where I would read and something would happen, and in the first 30 pages or something, I would lose interest. But I decided in my commitment to reading that I would do some research to determine what books I was going to read. I just didn't read just anything. Someone said, hey, this is a great book. Go read this book. I'm like, no, I need to know. And I do research on the book. I look up the author. I looked up some reviews, and I sort of check into things in different sources. And when I choose to do it, and then I read it. And it might take me a while because there's periods where it's boring, whatever. And I just keep going. And I read through. And sometimes the books aren't awesome, as I had suspected, but the nourishment of moving through the period of doubt into a completed state of something is, let's say, deeply satisfying. Deeply satisfying, because it leaves you knowing. You look back and you go like, okay, that book was mediocre, or that book was good, or that book was awesome, or that book actually wasn't good. But you know firsthand. That period of doubt cultivates something in us that is long-lasting. So in yoga, similar. When you embark upon yoga, when you go to different teachers or different classes, that's a part of exploring, which is really important. And maybe we do that forever. But we don't do that as 100% of our approach. We want to move forward in some degree with some consistency in the face of this doubt. So when you go in and when you're going to a class, or I even think about poses, like I think of like Trikonasana or Parivrtta Trikonasana. And I go, okay, like in the beginning, it's like, wow, that's awesome. And then after a while, that pose doesn't seem like it has as much to give me. And so I move on to other poses, and you go through other poses, and you kind of just touch the surface of that pose once in a while. But when you stick with it and you go deeper into, let's say, Trikonasana, let's say you go deeper into that pose, there's a period of doubt, and there's a period of like, why bother? And there's a period of boredom, and there's a period of like all of these clouded, naturally occurring storms inside. And over time, something happens. As you move past these storms, there's like sort of a plateau. And then the after effect is like the ability to stay when something is not exciting. Wow, when something is not exciting. Yeah, so Karen says she loves Trikonasana. So what I'm proposing is find something you don't love but you know has value. Find something you don't love but you know it has value. Like our morning rituals. Like, why would I bother swirling my mouth with oil? Why would I bother meditating every day for 15 minutes? Why would I bother doing 10 minutes of pranayama every day? Why would I bother strengthening my nervous system and my immune system? Why would I bother? Well, those are good questions. Those are really good questions. To stay with something and to move through knowing that doubt is going to come. Doubt is going to come. So there was this idea at the very beginning when I started studying yoga where you should choose a practice. So that back in the day there was more set practices, Bikram, Ashtanga, even like the power yogas like Baron Baptiste set sequence. There was all these schools that had sort of set sequences. And this period of time taught me that like there is a balance between staying with something in the face of discomfort and moving through doubt, and learning after some period of time to look back and say, okay, was it worth it? Should I continue? Isn't you don't just like blindly move through doubt or like some kind of message telling you that this isn't good. You don't blindly follow, but that you seek some quality of confidence in ourselves. We have to be willing to be uncomfortable and basically not know. Confidence is an incredible cultivation. And it doesn't come always just by happenstance. Sometimes it does, but there is a confidence. When you break down confidence, con means with, and fidence is from fidelity, which is truth. Like confidence is with truth. Confidence is with truth. It's like truth is the path to fulfillment and to love, self-love and to self-fulfillment. And yet truth is like the truth of an avocado is in its pit. It's like you have to peel away all of this gorgeous avocado to get to the pit, to the truth of the avocado. That will stay. You put that in the earth and another thing will grow over top of it. Put that thing in the earth and another thing will grow over. It's like that pit is hidden in us. And if you're digging for it and you don't find it, you think, oh, it's not there. Well, is it there? I don't know if it's there. Like you doubt it, but you got to keep digging. And I know that I suffer probably similar things to you guys, which is my attention span is shorter than people that lived in the 1800s, apparently. Because our mind is moving so fast. Our mind is moving so fast. And information is coming so fast. There's so many channels of information. So many people. God, I mean, like, look, 140 people online right now together we are. I mean, like, how long ago in history did humans not know 140 people in their whole life? They knew their family and their neighbors, and that's it. And now there's so much information and connectivity, which is awesome, but it's overwhelming the process of commitment. And it overwhelms the process of like seeking the deeper truth. To live through this cloud of doubt, Trungpa Rinpoche would say, that the famed Tibetan Buddhist would say, treat confusion as good news. Don't quit just because you're confused. The ego is so desperate and wants to know. So confusion and doubt as like a mixed emotion will send us to turn away. We will turn away. Confusion, like not knowing, like you're in a room full of people talking about something you don't know, and it's like confusion freaks us out. We get fearful and shut down. When like doubt can lead us to a question. Like, what are you talking about? I don't understand. And then we go more into what we don't know, which is way more valuable than what we know. We know that. What we don't know has infinite value. What we know is finite. Staying in what we know is like turning away when doubt shows up. So confidence is this idea of being with truth. Being with truth and living with truth takes time. Takes time. There's the concept of direction and speed in life. I find direction is far more important than speed. Like if you go fast, if you know which way you're going, then going fast is awesome. Like when when you have a destination, you're in a car, you have a destination, driving fast is awesome. Like go. But if you don't really know where you're going, speed is not necessarily good. You got to find the right direction. Find the right direction. You have to turn. So like yoga is a great example. Like people who are new to yoga often are excited about speed. I want to get flexible now. I want to get fast now. I've been doing yoga for 3 weeks and I still can't do headstand. It's like, yeah, hello. We're so eager to know and to be done that the process is a blur. We neglect to realize that anything good takes time. Anything good, anything of deep value takes time. And if it takes time, then even if you know which way you're going with good direction and you're going there, on that path, that process, what happens is doubt comes up. As you stick around long enough and this cloud of doubt comes up, and even if you know which way you're going, you will start to think, am I going the right way? Am I going the right way? And we start to doubt ourselves more and more. But doubt is not bad. Doubt is naturally occurring system in our mind. We just need to utilize it intelligently. Utilize doubt with sort of like a golden touch. I don't know. You use the information that you have at hand and you move in the best direction, And doubt might keeps coming up. You're like, okay, but give them the information and you got to seek knowledge. Give them the information, that's the best way. Because you got to move. You can't just sit there. Oh, I don't have enough information. Indecision and stagnation are the ugly cousins of doubt. The ugly duckling cousins of doubt. Stagnation and just sitting and not moving, not doing anything. We all have tons of examples in our own life where doubt was so strong we just sat there, Don't know. I need more information. You gotta move. Life is lived through the act. We gotta take action and move. Now, there's a concept of self-esteem. That self-esteem will push us through doubt. Self-esteem, like feeling good or whatever. And I'm not so convinced of this idea of self-esteem. I know that's a little provocative, sure, but I'm not so convinced of self-esteem. I at this stage of my life am more interested in probabilities. I look at a moment, like some kind of difficulty or some kind of challenging road that I'm on. And instead of trying to build the self-esteem, like I can do it and just going through, I look and I go, okay. And I look at logically, like, is this the right direction? Is this the right direction? And like, is there any evidence of people that have done that and have proven successful, have made it through pain and suffering, have made it through, have achieved some stability or some like harmonious relationship to a person, a place, or thing? Like, has that worked if those are the goals? And I look around and I go like, okay, so even if I'm not feeling high in self-esteem, there's the capacity to move forward. You know, self-esteem and willpower, I don't feel like they're married. Self-esteem and willpower, I do not feel they're married. Self-esteem, like cheerleading, rah rah rah, like I don't buy into that anymore. I used to, but I don't buy into that anymore. I've had too many days where my self-esteem was so bloody low, and I still managed to do great things and had like lay in bed at the end of the day and going like, wow, that day was actually great. I feel like shit, but that day was a success. So I'm like, I think self-esteem is where I put my eggs. I don't put my energy into self-esteem. Willpower and self-esteem, I don't think they're married. Willpower is like getting in contact with our willpower. It's like, can you do this? Yes. Do you feel confident in doing it? But can you do it? Yes. And with the given information, is that a good direction? Yes. Then you do it. Then you do it. The feeling, like the mirage of feeling good as an indicator of the way to go is, I don't know, I feel like that can be so misleading. Getting up in the morning, do you feel like doing yoga? No. I feel like, a latte and a croissant and like, reading or whatever, or like playing with my cats. But like, so you have to go past that sort of hook of like inspiration, self-esteem, like getting inspired and excited. There's like, I think it's Kurt Vonnegut, great quote. Like, I don't know if it's Kurt Vonnegut, but like, if you want to succeed, basically betray your attachment to inspiration. So it's something like that. It's like basically turn your back on inspiration. Put your shovel and just start going for it. Like when you know, meaning is when you know the direction of your path, of your choice, stop looking for like the clouds of like helium to lift us up. You just like, bah. Some days are better than others, I proposed the last few days as a concept. What would it look like if you fast forward 5 years and look back? Or fast forward 1 year and look back? Fast forward 6 months and look back? I think this is a good practice. I think that's a good practice. The capacity to see the future is something we all want. To see the future, to see like, wow, what's around that bend? Is that the doubt? Would doubt go away if you saw the future? You'd know which way to go. Well, if you can practice going forward a year, 5 years, looking back and going, I did it anyway. Was it worth it? Like I was doubting myself. I was doubting this. I was doubting that. Felt vulnerable. You go ahead a year or 5 years, look back, you're like, do you regret doing it? There's so much data that shows that regret, I think it's something like 90% of the statistical feedback has shown in like social behavioral studies that 90% of our regrets live in the things we didn't do. They live in the things or the words we didn't say. And it's interesting because of our talk on restraint and moderation. Restraint. I was thinking about this after our talk. Restraint is like, don't just hold back. Moderation, don't just not do stuff. It's like, hold yourself back from taking the roads of distraction. Hold yourself back from taking the exits or the roads that lead you away from the true path. When doubt comes, boredom comes, you're like, I'm going that way, go that way, I'm not going to do that, it's boring, that was stupid, It's like, yeah, I get it, can we go on? Or yeah, I read that, or yeah. We do it all the time, even with ourselves. Like some wisdom comes up, you go, yeah, but restraint is like temperance. It's like, hold yourself back. Whoa, it's like the reins of the horse, like, whoa, before it darts off the wrong way. Doesn't mean like don't do things, act, move forward, but like hold yourself back. What are the things? What are the roads of distraction that take you away from the straight and narrow path that is going towards whatever it is for you that's like, God damn, if I went 5 years down the road, look back, if I arrived there, I would be so stoked. Even if when we get to where we want to go, it doesn't have all the rewards our ego is fantasizing about. Even if, it's like if you get to the end of that book and it wasn't that awesome, didn't change your life, I guarantee there is some satisfaction in fulfilling that intention. That is deeply satisfying. Doubt, man. Doubt is naturally occurring. It can be utilized with a golden touch. Ali. There's so many great quotes of Ali. I was thinking I should give a quote every day from Ali. I'll leave you with Mount Kailash. Mount Kailash. In Western Tibet, the axes of the universe. When all the Buddhists and the Hindus and the Jains globally see this as the axis of the universe, and they pilgrimage to Mount Kailash, and it's never been climbed, and they walk around the mountain as a Kora that if you make it around the mountain, it's like 3-4 days. You could do it in a day if you go, like an endurance race, but 3 or 4 days. If you make it around, the concept of their traditions is that it expunges the karma of your past life. You do it 108 times, it expunges your karma of all your past lives. And when you're on that Kora, there are people that are like, I saw 70-year-old women from India with like dresses on at 20,000 feet climbing up and over the Dromla Pass, crying and just like they're so unfit and just dying and trying to get over. And it's like their minds are riddled with, I can't do it. But somehow their faith, their lifelong faith within those traditions has sent them there knowing that there is such a beautiful reward. They don't know that the reward is going to happen. Past lives expunged. But there's some weird faith. There's this deep faith, and they crawl up and over, they're crying. And as they get over the Dromla Pass, they're laughing and crying. It's like such a beautiful scene. Like it was the most devoted hearts I'd ever seen firsthand. Like I was like, holy shit. I had a hard time getting over, I was like, mom. And these like grandmas with like slippers and dresses and they crying. I was like, wow, when you know what direction you should go, when you've kind of assessed the situation and had this direction, then speed's less important. Just put one foot in front of the other. Walk through the clouds, walk through the confusion, walk through the doubt. Okay, love you guys. I'm going to practice now. Level 2, Wild Lotus Level 2. Coming up right now. I'm going to switch this off and go to that one. Okay? Love you guys. Thank you. Stay safe, and I'll see you tomorrow. Namaste.